Welcome back to Eat Sleep Boxing Repeats YouTube channel. Delighted to be joined by Paul Kelly as always for another weekly boxing betting tips show. Going to be doing two videos this week. The first video is about the Sky Boxer show that is happening on Saturday night, featuring Sam Eggington, Azim, the rematch between Wilson Bent and Tyler Denny for the English middleweight title. For anyone who is interested in watching that fight but isn't a Sky customer, we're going to be posting a link in the description below. That gives you access to the fight, gives you a Sky pass, so that you can watch the fight night. So we'd really recommend doing so. I think it's going to be a really good show. So hopefully some really good competitive fights. But right now we're going to switch the attention to betting tips. Paul, I'll let you crack on. What is the first betting tip for us this weekend?
Yeah, thanks, Eliot. As you mentioned there, obviously I may as well start with the main event: Sam Eggington against Przemysław Zajsk, I'm going to call him. I think that was a decent enough attempt. But yeah, no, I think this fight, and we alluded to it on the weekly preview with Elliot Gregg at the start of the week as well. It's one of them where you just know it's going to be a great fight, because anytime Sam Eggington steps into the ring, you know fine rightly it's going to be a good fight. And he's in against someone who, let's be honest, none of us really know a huge lot about. He's 18-0 with 6 knockouts, Zajsk, but what level is that at? So things like that. I think in terms of that, it's difficult to say. You can't say that you know a whole lot about this guy. You can't say if maybe if his record isn't fair in terms of maybe he does punch a little bit harder than it suggests. But I just think that you have to favour Sam Eggington, just because you're looking at Zajsk and he hasn't fought 12 rounds before. He's only been 10 rounds, and he hasn't fought anyone nearly as solid and as game as Sam Eggington. So I think that an Eggington stoppage could be the bet here, to be quite honest with you. Eggington has 18 stoppage wins in 31 victories. So not the biggest of punchers, but I'd say it's more, he doesn't mind taking 4 or 5 shots to give out 5 or 6 of his own. Eggington by knockout, and just at any stage of the fight, is 6-5, just better than evens. But the one I would probably be more likely to lean towards is the second half of the fight. So Eggington knockout, TKO, KO in round 7 to 12 is 3-1.
Okay.
I think that it could be a matter of Zajsk maybe starting well, but Eggington just walking him down, making him tired, and breaking his heart and stopping him in the last half of the fight. So yeah, that would be mine. 3-1 for Eggington, KO, TKO.
Definitely, I think experience is important in boxing, and I think Zajsk hasn't competed around this level before, so I think we kind of know that as fans. And whether you like Sam Eggington or not, he has competed around this level for a long time as well, and he's been successful at a good level as well. So yeah, I'm expecting him to win by stoppage personally. And yeah, I like your tip for it to happen in the second half of the fight. So that's good tip at 3-1. We will move on to the next one right away.
I'm quickly just going to mention another one that I like on the undercard. Obviously, you alluded to it there. It is the rematch between Wilson Bent and Tyler Denny. And although the first fight was very controversial, some people will have their different opinions and different thoughts on the fight. I think that Tyler Denny was hard done by, and he was winning the fight. I think the cards were a bit dodgy in terms of that. And then the whole cut, it was judged a no contest because of the cut, or a draw because of the cut, sorry. It wasn't, and I thought it was a clash of heads, but in hindsight, you can see that there was a punch that landed from Tyler Denny, and he's actually still the underdog for this fight. I can see it in a sense why, because Wilson Bent, it's in Coventry, this fight, it's where he's from. He'll have the hometown support. But I think if you just look at the last fight, I think if Tyler Denny can pick up where he left off, he's more than capable of winning this fight, and he's evens just to win. So it is quite close, because Wilson Bent's 8-11, but Denny is the underdog. And I know quite a lot of people will say that they think that decision or technical decision is probably the most likely outcome for either man. I could see Tyler Denny wanting to just, you know what, I got screwed over a little bit last time. I'm not going to give them any opportunity to do that again. I'm going to try and take him out of there. And you can actually get Tyler Denny at 8-1 to win by knockout or TKO. So I think that, you know, if you want to play it safe and add it to an accumulator or a double or a treble, Denny to win at evens. But if you're looking for a standalone good bet, I think that 8-1 for Denny stoppage is quite appealing.
Yeah, could have that as a single as well, right? Yeah, I think look, I'm looking forward to it. I think interested to see where people's predictions lie. Interested to see what both fighters are saying during the fight week events as well. I'm a believer that no matter what happened in the first fight, this is a separate fight. But I can't, like, you know, it's a struggle to call it. But that's a signing of a good fight and good matchmaking and a good show, is when people can't decide on their prediction. But yeah, like both of those bets, mate. And looking forward to the show on Saturday. Is that all we've got for this show? Yeah, I'd say quite a lot of the other ones, you know, it is a good show in terms of, you're looking at, you know, Corey Gibbs is on there and Adam Azim, but very, very one-sided odds, so I don't think there's really any value in those fights. Yeah, Karis Artingstall makes her professional debut as well. Obviously, she won a medal at the Olympics last year, so looking forward to that as well. All right, if you put those two bets together, Paul, what are the results of your double this weekend?
Well, the result of my double this weekend, I will quickly calculate that for you right now, as I haven't put them into the double yet. But, you know, if you're looking, I'll probably go with the Denny just to win. Mm-hmm. To be quite honest with you, because I think that although I do think he will get the stoppage, I think that it's maybe a wee bit 8-1. Like, you know, you can put that in a bet by itself. So if you put two, sorry about this, bear with me.
No worries. I'll provide some entertainment in the meantime.
Yeah, if you add Sam Eggington's odds have actually dropped for a stoppage in rounds 7 to 12. But if you add,
interesting, they heard you speaking.
Well, I haven't even put it out yet, and they've heard me. But yeah, Tyler Denny just to win, and Sam Eggington to win in round 7 to 12. The double's coming up at about 6-1.
Nice, solid,
which decent. I think it's decent for just a double, which I think is very likely to come in. In saying that, you never know with Sam Eggington, do you? This guy could be better than we all thought. Could be actually a decent enough fighter and could come and he could end up winning. But I think we have to go with Eggington, to be honest. Yeah,
to be fair, like, as much of a fan I am of Sam Eggington, he's lost fights in the past that everyone's expected him to win, and you just don't know. Like, people hadn't heard of his last opponent, I think, in this country. Yeah, it was a close fight, and it was a fight. It was fight of the year. So who knows? Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing how it goes down, and how the results of your betting tips as always, Paul. Thank you for joining me. Looking forward to the Sky Sports Boxer show on Saturday in Coventry. We will be there, but thank you for joining me, Paul.
Cheers, all the best.